Hello everybody, hello YouTube, I'm Dimitri Greene and welcome back to Soccer. So today we're here talking about the top 7 reasons why these guys, socks, can help improve your confidence. Okay, so maybe you're lacking confidence in the dating world. Maybe you're lacking confidence when you go to school dealing with cyberbullying, whatever it may be, or you want to be a little bit more confident when you're at your job or when you're doing any kind of performance or testing or giving any kind of speeches, or if you're giving that, that big presentation in front of a lot of people. Okay, so here are the top 7 reasons why socks can help boost your confidence. All right, let's get into it. Reason number 1, style and character. Okay, so socks are the number 1 way to have a flamboyant style without attracting a lot of negative attention. But however, when it comes to socks, if you put the right sock with the right shoe together, whether it's flamboyant or not, you're gonna get a lot of credit for having a really awesome sock combo. Trust me, when people see that you got that interesting sock combo on with those pair of shoes or that nice shirt that you may be matching with or you're not matching at all with, people are gonna start to realize it and probably see that you're a person that has a lot of character. And you know what? Some people are gonna wanna get to know more, if you know what I mean. Number 2 on the list, we have silent swagger. Honestly, this might be the most important part of the whole entire list because swagger is attitude. And the more attitude you have, the more your confidence can grow. So the question here is really simple. What kind of socks do I have on? Can't see them, can you? That's on purpose. See, that's the important thing about the silent swagger, right? Everybody doesn't know what pair of socks that you have on, but you do. See, you can have the loudest pair of socks you want and have the most silent swagger that people don't even know yet, and they're right below your pants. So here's a challenge, right? If you ever see somebody with a really kick butt outfit on and you notice that they got on some pants, obviously you can't see their socks, ask to see them. The confident one will pull up his pants immediately and be like, yo, check these out. Yeah. Check out the other person, right, who has a pretty cool outfit on. They look like they got a lot of swag, right? And then they pull up their leg and guess what they have on? An old basic pair of white socks. They won't have much to say at all. They'll say, oh, I go with basic white. Oh, this is what I do, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so at number 3, we have bargains, right? Bargains. This is really important because the thing is, you can't always afford hundreds of dollars for a pair of shoes. Everybody can't afford a pair of KDs or a pair of LeBrons or a pair of Dolce & Gabbanas or a pair of Gucci's or a pair of Louis Vuittons. However, you can easily go to a 99-cent store and find you a pretty nice pair of socks, all right? But I mean, that's a confidence builder in itself, knowing that you can get some really cool rocking styles for dirt cheap. All right, guys, so next on the list we have the shoe enhancer, okay? Everybody likes to show off their shoes. That's obvious confidence builder when you put on a fresh new pair of shoes. You can't wait to go to school or go over to your job and show them off. So anytime somebody sees a pair of Air Jordans, they're saying, oh man, those are cool shoes, they're Air Jordans, right? But how much more can you enhance them once you put a nice sock to go with that shoe, right? And here's the thing about it, right? Not only are they shoe enhancers for really cool shoes, they're also really good enhancers for basic shoes. So take this is a old plain old regular shoe, right? Nothing special. Now watch this. Bam, just like that, you already enhanced the look of your shoe. Check out the nice blue sock with the design to it. This is usually something that you see people wearing suits wear, but I wear these out in the streets all the time. You put this sock with a basic shoe and now you've actually got something special. So if you're one of those kids that, you're kind of worried about getting made fun of at school, or maybe you've been affected by cyberbullying or something like that, you can easily take your basic pair of shoes and then, once you add like a Nike Elite sock to it, or a nice striped sock to it, that takes the edge off a lot of haters. Like, people, it's easy to hate when you have the regular shoe on, but when you can pair it up with a nice sock, or even a nice sock and a snapback or something like that, or any kind of nice hat, that takes the edge off. People will really notice your style with your sock, and they'll respect your feet a lot, and you'll be that much more confident, especially when you're going to school. By the way, you'd be surprised, if somebody's really trying to hate on you and talk bad about your shoes, then all you gotta do now is just look at them and say, hey, you got on those real expensive shoes. Why you got them old plain, boring socks on? And I guarantee you, you will get a crowd reaction. And there's another confidence booster for you. Okay, at number 5, we have the next best thing, how socks can affect you psychologically. How the socks can affect your psyche. Ooh. Once you get socks that can affect your psyche, they can affect everything from your performance, whether in the classroom or on the field or wherever. It can also affect your psyche on how you perform on tests, your presentations, or those big speeches you gotta give, right? So everybody needs like a lucky pair of socks, a go-to pair. We talked about this in our first 7 reasons, and I challenged people about having your pairs of go-to socks. So what you do is you get your favorite pair of lucky socks, select a pair, make them your lucky socks, and then make sure you wear them to those big performances, those big speeches that you have and things like that. And then you take a quick glance at them right before you perform, you know, and start psyching yourself up, man. You know, tell yourself all the motivational words and get out there. And I guarantee you, you know, because you know you have that pair of socks on, that select pair of socks, your confidence will be so much better. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna do amazing, okay? So please, use your socks to your advantage. Okay, so here's the big one. Here's the one that you guys have been waiting for, right? How to use these things, right, to enhance your ability to do better on your tests. Well, it's actually pretty easy. See, here's what you do, okay? First of all, you have to study, okay? There is no way that you're gonna get around studying for an exam, okay? Cramming is not the answer. What you need to do is you need to study hard and you need to get plenty of rest, 8 hours at least, right? So here's what you do. You study and try to study before you go to bed. It's good to study anytime, but study before you go to bed, right? And while you're studying, you also grab you a pair of socks. Say, take this for instance, right? It has a lot of little triangles on it, right? Okay, so what you can do is you can take these little details and make little patterns or select each individualized part of the design of the sock and apply it to different sections that you studied, right? So this way, when you actually go to the classroom, then what you do when you go to the classroom is when you have a little trouble and you can't quite remember something that you studied, you can actually revert back to your sock. And what's gonna happen is that little design, or say here, say you have your dark, your solid area here, and you have your stripe area here, and you have your blue stripe area here, they can all represent different things that you studied the night before. Hopefully you should actually do this for at least, you know, three to 4 days in advance before an exam. But after you do that, what's gonna happen is while you're taking your test, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have a little trouble. And then what's gonna happen is those designs become triggers for your memory, right? So when you study before you go to bed, you get all that rest and you get something called REM sleep. You can YouTube REM sleep and learn all about it. But basically, it's when all the information gets cemented inside your brain, right? And even though it gets cemented there, sometimes you don't always remember. So what you do is you simply just look at your sock, look at one of those designs. If you can get a sock that has a whole bunch of designs on it, like a whole bunch of little individualized things, right? And then you'll use that as like a little cue to tell your brain, oh yeah, I remember by looking at those, you know, triple lines, or I'm looking at those triangles, that reminds me back to that one section that I studied. I couldn't quite remember it. It's gonna trigger, and then you're gonna go back to your memory of when you studied that section, and you're gonna come up with that answer for your exam. I'm telling you this works, all right? But you still have to study and you still have to get proper rest. That part you can't skip. But use those socks to your advantage. I'm telling you, try this, and please leave a comment and let me know if this works for you. It's worked for me several times to help me get through college, so let me know. Oh yeah, don't forget about that silent swagger. That also applies as well even when you're doing exams, performances, or whatever. Just having that silent swagger confidence about you because you got on the fresh, mean, super comfortable pair of socks. Okay, at number 6, we also got gifts. See, socks, these socks right here, these are the perfect gifts, okay? It doesn't matter, all right? If you're somebody that you're dating, you know, Valentine's Day, you know, if you don't exactly know what to get, if you can't really afford the chocolate and the flowers or whatever, a nice pair of socks can do the trick. But I suggest you step your game up a little bit. I don't say go for the socks on Valentine's Day. But still, in just about any situation for a gift, socks are the easy go-to. If somebody gave me these socks for my birthday or any occasion that I needed a gift for, I would be ecstatic and I would just love it because I would just put them on. I would put them on as soon as I get them because these are actually superhero socks. And these are socks by Stance. I know these cost a good amount of money, at least $20. So they make perfect gifts, and it works for any age. It doesn't matter if it's a toddler and you get them some nice little booties, or if it's an older person, an elderly person who just needs nice warm socks. It's the perfect gift every single time. So whenever in doubt about what to get somebody, I guarantee you get a good pair of socks, and you can be very confident that that person will enjoy those pair of socks, okay? Every single time. That's a challenge, and please let me know if this works for you. You know, any occasion, get them a pair of socks. Okay, and last on the list, and definitely not the least, is color. I mean, I've talked about color before in my other segment, but you know what? At the end of the day, colors affect us psychologically all the time, and you can be confident in whatever it is that you want to do by setting your mood to the color of your sock, right? So if you want to be aggressive, you can just go with a simple red sock. If you want to be more relaxed, you can go with a blue sock. Whatever the environment is, if you're in a stressful environment at your job, then obviously a cool, calm, nice, stylized pair of blue socks can just set your mood to the point where you just feel more relaxed. And when you feel more relaxed, you're gonna feel more confident, right? If you're about to go to play basketball with your friends at work or something like that. So yeah, that's my top 7 for today. My name is Dimitri. If you like my reasons, you know, hit the like button. Please subscribe. We got more videos coming to you. And we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna change the world one pair of socks at a time, each and every day. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook. And we also you can also follow me on Facebook as well. And you can follow my Twitter and Instagram, Dimitri Greene. So yeah, that's it. This is Socket. My name is Dimitri, and I am out.